Hi, performers and achievers. Welcome to Performers and Achievers Daily with me, Raj Gavurla. In today's episode, we continue once a week to discuss a strategy from my book, Winning at Entrepreneurship: Common Sense Strategies for Business Owners. So, strategy number 2 is use your common sense. Use your common sense. And as you all know from last week, customers, clients bring me in after reading my book, and they tell me which points they want me to bring out of the book, the breakthroughs in learning that they want to learn more about so that they can experience breakthroughs in learning for each of them to gain wisdom, experience, knowledge, skills, and breakthroughs in learning so that they receive good opportunity, good benefits, and good options. So use your common sense is strategy number 2. And from everything that I have worked on in all aspects of living, one of the keys is your ability to effectively and efficiently communicate. Effectively and efficiently communicate. That is using your common sense. So therefore, there are some things you need to know before you prepare. And one of them is exactly how is this communication to occur? Has it been scheduled or not? Or is this a networking opportunity? And then when you do interact, are you congruent? In other words, for example, customer bring me in. Are you congruent when you're presenting yourself, when you're talking, writing, when you're situationally aware of what's occurring? Are we meeting in a workplace? Are we meeting in a business? Are we talking about a specific individual or with specific individual? Are we doing something to help and support one of our colleagues? Or are we doing something to sustainably grow the relationship with one of your customers? And so there's lots of ways to do this. However, one of the things that I'm bringing out to bring out your authentic gifts, talents, abilities, and skills so that you experience breakthroughs in learning in my session when I deliver my program, my services. And that is, one, you make eye contact. Eye contact's very important. And there's a way to do it. And obviously there's more to it than just looking each other in the eyes and then continuing. However, that obviously is one of the ways to do so. The next one is your posture and body language. Are you situationally aware of your posture and body language when you are presenting, when you are communicating? And this can be any type of communication. And are you situationally aware that right now, although you may be prepared, they're not prepared to talk about this. Or they're prepared, however, you're not prepared to talk about this. And so therefore you may need to make the format a little adjustable to determine when it is a good time to do so. Then after that is your tone of voice. Tone of voice is important, right? Depending again on your situational awareness, who the people are, what it is that we're discussing, what's the approach to take. So controlling your tone of voice, that's important. And then the other or next one is word choice. Word choice is important. What are the words being used? Right? So that's very, very important so that you can communicate your message, bring out your contribution, your idea, so that you can help and you're focused on the other person. What's important to them? What are the challenges they're facing? So that you can build a sustainable relationship. And the next one is to really listen. Are you a good listener? To really listen. And so an example of really listening is most people have a website, and that website is there for specific reasons. It's there and used in different ways, depending upon a variety of priorities for a business, a company, organization, individuals, or individual. So there are some priorities there. However, without actually having communication with whomever it is that you're looking to help and or support, you're not sure exactly what it is that would be helpful and supportive to them, beneficial to them, and discover, for example, what it is that they want and need just by looking at their website. So are you really listening? Are you a good listener? And then do you really understand? Really understand. So that is essential to really understand. So that is being able to comprehend what is occurring. And depending again on what it is that their business needs are or individual needs, what's important to them. First of all, their purpose. What's important to them? Their purpose. Then from there, their purpose and what's important to them, eventually you get to their mission or vision or specific business needs. However, probably the first thing that's most important to them is their people, right? Their people. Because people, the right people, are a key factor in the success of any endeavor. And being able to communicate with each other really makes that to where there can be something greater than two people communicating. By two people communicating, they can create something here that's greater instead of it being a transaction type of thing where one side is, let's say, providing or serving or giving one thing and the other side's receiving and vice versa. Well, how about if you both sides get together and something greater can be created? That would be what's building a sustainable relationship is about. And so there's a comprehension that occurs there. Now, does this take longer? We're in a society sometimes that likes speed. However, when there's a known solution, sure, this is known solution. However, there are still a lot of variables or factors that are involved. And that's the whole purpose and the reason for using effective and efficient communications. And so I've given you a structure here. Use your common sense. Right? That's important. Where are you when this is occurring? If you're in the workplace, you're doing business, well, then there's a different level of being a professional, right? Team player. And we use word choice is very important, and using profanity in an excessive way to communicate your message, your working together, your achievements together, you consistently performing together, make it a lot more difficult. And the reason is because there's not really anything being contributed to what it is that we're working on or working together with. And that's difficult to go that route. And obviously, in most workplaces, businesses, when people are working and doing business, that doesn't occur. And then other forms of communication, this can be used in lots of other ways. In your business, in your company, in your organization, wherever you are, with your family, with your friends, in the community, in society, or using your common sense to be able to communicate with one another effectively and efficiently so that when you are together, you have fun, enjoyable, and it's interesting being together. Or is it not fun, enjoyable, and interesting? Because maybe someone's not able to have their needs met, whatever they may be. And probably because there's a challenge or an issue, whatever it may be. Uh, could be health. It could be a life stressor because we are people. So we come to a workplace, we come to a place of business, an organization, we're together, and we realize that, okay, we need to be able to communicate this and receive the help and support so that we can continue to flourish. continue to make progression. And so your bonus is for the people that you have currently, are you able to work on communications? Because a lot of times it's the communications, right, that makes it much easier. And sometimes it's, well, they don't know that. They haven't learned that. They haven't had that information. However, they're being asked to do so without having that. Or it could be that they do have the resources. And now it's just a matter of communicating so that it's more efficiency. So these are all ways to use your common sense and to realize that as you do use your common sense, you're going to look for ways that you can be more effective and efficient in communicating with one another as a team, and then also with the various teams in your organization, in your business, in the community. That's very important. And so that is one way to use your common sense. And another way that someone has brought me in is to talk about, we're talking about winning at entrepreneurship, common sense strategies for business owners, is that by building the relationship and actually using your common sense, you realize by doing so, you can gain a good opportunity to do exactly that, build a relationship. And as you do, and you've done your preparation and you did your discovery, well, then your ability to succeed and for them to succeed also, regardless of the outcome, neither one controls the outcome. Both sides succeed. It's just that how great will that success be? And that's very important too. So I would not, let's say, think that you don't have the relevance and relatability to pursue because in your mind, you perceive that they want something. And because of that, you're not really 100% sure whether or not to approach them. because you may have already in your mind somehow, based on a lot of factors, and there could be several, you've inferred what they want, therefore stopped the pursuit of building a relationship instead of actually using your common sense and using effective and efficient communication to actually build the relationship. And then both sides have more clarity. And by doing so, there are more good opportunity, good benefits, good options. You discover something that both sides probably didn't know, or there's different ways to approach things, or you might have evoked an epiphany for them, a breakthrough in learning just by having a conversation with you. And them too for you, just by having a conversation with them. And people are thankful for that. And being able to continue to discover where that can go, regardless of how successful it is important. You gain from it. Each side gains from it. However, if either side already has somehow perceived they know what the other side wants, needs, what's important to them, their purpose, without actually having communication, that's where you're not using common sense. So realize that that's very important, to use your common sense. If you like my podcast, like it. For those of you interested in my private, personal, professional, confidential services and programs, visit my website, rajgavurla.com, fill out the brief form, and we will contact you as soon as we can. Enjoy your day.